favorite features of this whole piece is we are creating a We Are Woman. And you can actually go online, and I'm gonna rush everybody. The deadline is August 30th. I will put, what? April 30th. April 30th. The deadline is April 30th for the nominations, which is Thursday. I've been pumping it out, but I will take a few, potentially a couple days later, and won't tell them. But what we're looking for is, we have a platform that we're built off of. It's about connecting community, empowering people, serving the communities in which we live. And what we're looking for is we're looking for 8 women to represent us as our We Are Women. They'll be our nominees. And what we're doing is we've developed a platform. If you guys have seen, really, the first 2 months of this, we launched in March for Women's History Month. The first 2 months have been kind of like us just getting our foot in. It's brand new for us, really just getting going. But we're going to have this nomination piece. You actually have nomination forms in there. They're also live online. Everything you see in here is also on our website. But the nomination forms, you can actually go in and you can nominate a We Are Woman for the year. Then what I will be doing is we're going to come together as a committee and pull a small pool of people together. And we're going to review all these applications. And we're going to narrow it down to 8. Now, the great part about this, once we narrow it down to 8, we're going to do some storytelling. Because what's a good event without a good story going on? And so what we're going to do is we're going to come, and we're either going to go on site to the location or have them come to us. And we're going to kind of do like a full feature behind the scenes about who they are, what they are, how they're making an impact in the community. So if you know women that are really just doing something strong, it can be a mom that just volunteers at the school every week, and she is making a difference. You know, it could be somebody that started their own nonprofit. I remember I did something once, and I found this girl in Arizona, and she started her own nonprofit. Betsy, we were at your event, which was amazing. By the way, I'm going to just bug you real quick. If you guys have not seen, it's called The Hunting Ground. If you guys have not seen this documentary called The Hunting Ground, it is life-changing. I saw it last Thursday night, Wednesday. I don't remember what day it was. But please go view it. It's about women on college campuses and how women are sexually either raped or harassed on campuses and how nothing is being done. But one of the reasons why I say that is we talked about one of the 2 young college girls have been using Title IX to go back to colleges to fight for the rights of women and how they're being mistreated and these cases are not being taken seriously. But those 2 young women have been featured in the New York Times, and they travel around the country. They're college students, just graduated. But those are the kinds of things where we're looking at people that are making an impact and a change. And so those are the women that we're looking for. We'll do full feature stories on them. And starting in June and July, on our Women Wednesdays, we will actually play those from a social platform standpoint. And then fans and people can actually go online and vote on their stories. And we're going to leave it to the public to pick that number 1 person, but we will honor all 8. Okay? So that's how We Are Women piece. Then actually, we do have a basketball game happening that day. We don't have it. At 4 o'clock, we'll be playing the San Antonio Stars at 4 o'clock that day, so our game will kick off at 4. Those are the big components of it. Did I miss something? The other thing we're doing too, with this piece, you'll also find in there's a donation piece where you can actually go out and you can have, and I'm working with, one of the groups I'm working with now is all on the school district, and they want to bring 400 of their female athletes out. And so they're going out and they're reaching out to sponsors to bring them actually out to the game on that day. So there's some great opportunity there from a sponsorship standpoint. We're getting people on board to bring them out. Now, how it works for you guys, and this is where I talk about kind of creating that win-win. And now that we've gotten through the first 2 months, thank you guys for letting me give you my course and figure this all out the last 2 months once we went live. So I really appreciate everybody's patience with that. But what we're going to start doing on Wednesdays, now we do our Wednesdays features. Every Wednesday you will receive an email from us moving forward. When we go out live, you guys will get that email. It'll have our feature story for the week. It'll come out to you guys and you can forward it out to your networks. And if we have any other updates, you'll get them on Wednesdays. That's how we're going to do it. So you'll get a piece from us moving forward every Wednesday that just has, hey, this is where we are, this is what we have going on. So that will come out. And then as far as for your organizations, one thing that we are trying to do, and this goes back to that community piece that we're really big on, events, programs that you want us to attend, to come out to. And I don't mean to come and talk about 8:30. I mean to come out and assist. If you want us to be present, whether it's bringing our mascot, our player schedules are tight, but we will try our best. You guys just work with us and send those to us, and we will work on getting people out there to participate in your programs. I know Sabrina, we've talked about hosting a luncheon for a whole series of coaches. And those are the things that we want to do. So myself, I actually just spoke at an event last week with a whole bunch of STEM students. We want to engage. So if you're looking for the speakers, I think with Urbanly, you guys got me connected on a panel and another May 15th. Yes, so those are the things we want to do. So if we can help impact change for you guys and spread that word, we want to do that. So we want you guys to be creative. We want to help and make this a win-win as much as possible with what we're doing. So we're really excited about it. I want to open it up for questions, but I also want to bring up Gwendolyn real quick, because I want you guys to hear. I had a pleasure of meeting Gwendolyn about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and sat in my office for about an hour. And what I want to share with you guys is we had a great talk, and we figured out how she can make an impact with her cause. And I wanted her to come up and just share her story for a minute, just so you can hear what other people are doing. And then from there, I'll open up to questions. Sound good? So come on up.
You were amazing in the video.
My name is Gwendolyn Cross. My organization is California Women for Women. I started the organization maybe, I think, 2006 or 8, and it was, well, let me back up. First, I ran for political office several times and I was not successful. And I realized that women were not treated as equal. We didn't get the same benefits. We didn't receive the same money, as far as fundraisers and stuff like the men money. It's just like an all boys club. So instead of me getting angry, I did what my mother told me to do. Do what you do best. So I started an organization to help women, to get them elected and get other women behind them. So after that, along with that, I decided to work with the homeless people in the community. I worked with homeless people in the community, people that were losing their homes and they needed a place to stay, they needed food. And one day I just ended up over at veterans, homeless veterans facility, where they had a base area of housing for men and for women. And after being over there for a few weeks, I realized that the women were not receiving the same benefits as the men. And that's why I decided that I wanted to make a difference and get involved to help the women, because we need help. They need help. The men are not going to do it for us. They're looking out for themselves. I hate to say it. So we as women have to get behind women and help them. When I came and I talked to Danita, I told her that my goal was to bring at least 1,000 women veterans to work with that 1,000, and if I can get more than 1,000, I'm going to do it. That's what I want to do, bring women veterans to the game. Also, I thought it was a good idea. I think you mentioned that you should go to your schools, your high schools, talk to the basketball teams, the girls' basketball teams, get those people involved, and bring the team to the game. Bring the little kids to the game, the elementary kids, get them involved. That's where it starts, with the elementary children all up to high school. It's just a good thing that we should get involved with and help our sisters. We're all sisters in this room. We're all powerful women, and this is what we need to do, is to help other women. I was raised by a very strong mother and grandmother. My mother was an LVN. My grandmother was a teacher. And they raised me to give back, help people, do for others. God has blessed you, so you do something. You reach back, pull them up. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. So what we want to do, all of us in this room should do, on August the 30th, is show these men that we can fill up that arena with a lot of women, young women, and just have a fabulous time with them. Let them see that we can do this. We do everything else in our homes. We make things happen in our homes. Why not? Right? Can we do this? Yeah. That's my passion. I'm going to continue to do it, and we're all going to do it.
know, before I forget it comes off my to-do list. So, in these bags, you will walk out of here prepared to make this happen. And I know some of you have them already. Take another one, give it to a friend. But inside these bags, I'm preparing you guys to be successful, just as I want to be successful. Are you going to display for me? Oh, and
better black.
So,
Yes.
start with your
First thing I take.
All right, first, ladies, you're prepared with your VR pens. So for all of your notes and everything is branded with our VR. It's a stylus, you can use it on your iPads as well. This is probably my favorite feature. Everybody has a USB drive. On the drive is every document that you have in front of you. Oh, okay. Our press release is on the drive, our commercial is on the drive. You have an instructional video on how to use our website on the drive, narrated by me. Everything that you can need is on that drive. And if you need something extra, let me know and I'll load it onto the drive for you. We're actually, as we move closer, I try to pretend like I'm tech savvy. I'm really not. I give it off to Tiff, she helps me. But what we're also going to do outside of on the drive, eventually, if we need to add more documents and more stuff comes up, we will have a shared drive, like a Dropbox. Thank you. We will have a Dropbox where I'll get you updated information. Okay, so I'll send you a link to a Dropbox. You can just click on it and you can print that out. And you can add your files to that. So anything that, let's say I make a change or an update on something, I can send out a notification or add it to the Dropbox. You guys can put it on your USB. If you want to walk in and show this to somebody, you can pop in a computer and you can play the commercial. Everything's there. So nice and simple. Handy dandy notebook. For all of your We Are notes, you can put your notebook here. Everything